Can a seller cancel a real estate contract? That's what we're going to learn in this video. Okay, can a seller cancel a real estate contract? And the answer to that is yes and no. It depends. It depends on how that contract is written. If they have the ability in that contract to cancel, it's written in that they can cancel for any reason, or they can cancel if they can't figure out title issues or whatever, right? Then yes, they can exit the contract. Now, if there are no outs for them written into the contract, then in theory, they can't cancel it. And they essentially are tied to sell it to you. Now, the thing is it's very difficult to force somebody to come to a title company or a closing attorney's office and sign papers if they don't want to sell it last minute, but they maybe have a contract. So in these scenarios, what we can do is we can go and we can file our contract on the deed, go to the local the county courthouse and actually get it recorded. In some states, people will file what's called a lis pendens on the property owner's property. Also, it's something that gets recorded on the deed essentially, right? And what this will do is it will prevent the seller from selling it to anybody else, right? You basically put a lien on their title, right? But you can't really force that, them to sell it to you, right? It just basically makes it harder for them to sell it at a later date. So in theory, a seller can cancel for any reason. However, they may have to work with you later or sell it to you later. And that's basically how it works. Now, in the event that the seller has written into the sales contract that they can cancel for any reason or for whatever reason, and then that reason happens, then yes, they can cancel the agreement. So it all depends 100% on what's been written into the contract and who wrote the contract and what are the terms of that contract. That's why I always recommend you write the contract and don't give the seller any option to cancel or any reason that would make that a valid thing and allow them to get out. In my contracts, want to have the ability to exit, but I don't want them to, right? Because sometimes somebody may come along and they may offer them more or for whatever reason, right? So there's a couple different scenarios here that you have to consider, right? That's the thing. But what's written into the contract is what matters. So you need to be the one writing those contracts. It's so important to be in control of writing the contract. So be the person that does it. We have some free examples over at discountpropertyinvestor.com. Go check those out. You can even generate a contract and send it to yourself, and you can then forward it along to a seller if you want to use our quick offer generator. It takes about 2 or 3 minutes. Very, very helpful tool. Log in at discountpropertyinvestor.com, create an account, and then it will appear on the left side of the screen, and it's called Offer Generator. It's an amazing tool. Highly recommend you check it out. But that's really the answer to, can a seller cancel a real estate contract? It depends entirely on what's in the contract. And if they do cancel and they're not allowed to, a lot of times investors or the buyer in that scenario can cloud the title. It means you can tie it up essentially to force them to sell that property to you when they are willing and finally ready to sell. So hopefully you don't have to deal with sellers canceling contracts, but that's basically the answer. It's not the easiest answer. It depends. Right? It depends on a couple of these variables, guys. Head on over to discountpropertyinvestor.com to get your own contract and use our contract generator. Amazing tool. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. See you next time.